Okay, good morning here. Steve Zehala, Executive Director, Columbus REIA here. Going to give you the top 10 reasons why you need a title company on your team. This is critical. There's a lot of team members you're going to need in the real estate business. Title company is one of those guys, one of those gals, teams, companies that you need on your team. So let's get started here. Top 10 reasons why you need a title company on your team. Number one, heads up on deal problems. When you are closing a deal and you have worked your rear end off and it's time to close that deal and you're going to get your paycheck, or you're even on the buy side, either way, your title company, if they are on your team, you've got them, a relationship with them, you've used them on a regular basis, will give you a heads up. They are the first line of defense to see issues that are coming up. So if you are with them on a regular basis and you have a relationship with them, they will give you that heads up that there's a problem here, Steve, or whomever, that you need to go and take a look at. Next, kill time waster deals early. This is huge. You're out there prospecting. You're out there looking for deals, trying to find properties that you can make money on. The first thing you want to do is talk to the title company, to establish some sort of a relationship with them where they can do some searches for you and say, yeah, this one here is dead. It has X, Y, and Z title problems that are going to be unovercomable, whatever the case may be. The person you may be dealing with may not be in title, or there may be some huge title issues. And nothing sucks worse than when you get to the point of getting paid, or some point down the road after you spend all this time to find out, oh my gosh, I had bad title. You need to make sure you've got good title early. You just can't call anybody off the street to get that done without having some sort of an established relationship. Getting docs early. How many times do you go to a closing only to find out that they didn't get you the docs early and they made mistake after mistake, or this deal wasn't what was promised? Things are not in order, and now all of a sudden you are forced at a closing to either kill a deal because you didn't get them in advance or move forward. And I don't like to do that. When you have an established title company on your team, you have a standing order. Hey, 24 hours in advance, I want to see every doc you have, or we don't close, so that you go into a title closing knowing exactly what you're going to be signing and exactly what the deal is without any surprises. Surprises usually don't work for you, they work against you. I don't like that, and so we try to eliminate that. Next is free legal help. Title people are very, very smart folks. They see title issues, title work, real estate transactions all day, every day. Now, they may not be lawyers, they most likely are not, but they are as smart as lawyers as far as I'm concerned. When somebody works in a specific field on a daily basis, they get a specialized knowledge that is the equivalent of pretty much anybody, whether they have a law degree or not. As such, it is really nice to be able to call a title company, particularly an owner or somebody you have a good relationship with, and start talking about possible legal issues regarding real estate. And they can often be extraordinarily helpful. There, it's not real legal help, but from a practical sense, it is very, very good stuff that they can help you with and point you in the right direction. Next is to keep fees honest. You walk into a title company that you do not have a relationship with, and they're going to hose you. They're going to rack up the fees as high as they possibly can. Before we do business with a title company, we establish a baseline of what we think the fees should be. We compare them with other closings, and then we just move forward. I love to see a company make money because I'm bringing them business. I have no problem with that. Folks won't do business with you if you don't let them make money. You don't want to beat them to death. You just want to have a good, fair relationship with them. But on the other side of the coin, I don't want to see somebody really racking it up. And if I go into a closing with a title company I have no relationship with, there's a high probability they are going to rack it up on my dime, and that does not make me happy. Let's continue. Next, notary services. All day, all the time, I'm in need of somebody to notarize docs regarding some sort of a deal, something going on, whatever it may be. Awful nice to have a relationship with a title company and say, hey, send some tenant over. Oops, excuse me. Send a tenant over sorry about that, send a tenant over to get something notarized so that whatever, a land contract or some document that needs to be taken care of. Having that is nice to have and not have to worry about. Nowadays they won't. You go into a bank, they won't allow you to get stuff notarized that has to do with title to real estate. They are starting to eliminate anything that they think might add liability to them. So having somebody that will notarize things is a nice tool and asset to have to get things done. Talking to the owner and not some gum chewing little girl. This has always been a pet peeve of mine. All the time we used to do title deals, and we still do title deals all the time. And I want to talk to somebody who can tell me, who can, number one, read a HUD, but secondly, has a level of experience and knowledge regarding the deal and regarding real estate. Not somebody who is a 100 whatever per minute typer that can get things done, is ADD, and answers 8 phones at once. I want somebody that can really get into the nuts and bolts of my deal. And if you have a relationship with a title company, you will be able to get the owner on the phone or somebody at a high level that can really say what's happening. I will say this. Oops, I got a spelling error here, and I can fix that while we're talking. Personal relationships always work better. I will tell you this, that people will do things for you when you have a personal relationship with them. If you don't establish a personal relationship with a title company, you're going to be at the whim of wherever you go. So you send somebody business, you develop a relationship with them. It's a give and take relationship, and oftentimes a law of reciprocity starts to be developed and exist, and you do things for them and they'll do things for you. It's a win-win. Everybody enjoys benefits from that, and I highly recommend that you do that, not only with title companies, but with anybody you do business with. They will cover your rear end as much as they can. So if things are starting to go awry, and if you're in this business long enough, or any business long enough, things will go awry. A title company that you have a relationship with will give you a heads up in advance that, hey, somebody is unhappy, or this is coming down the pike, or there's some issue that doesn't bode well for you, that could cause problems for you. They will cover your rear end as much as they can within the law, but they will let you in on things that are happening so that you can protect yourself and make sure that you do the right things to make sure that you don't have too much exposure. So, and finally, HUD preparation from a pro. Oftentimes, frequently, we need to prepare HUDs in advance for numerous reasons. If you're doing short sales, we want a general idea of tax prorations. We want to know how much we're going to need to bring to a closing from a rough perspective on preliminary figures. And these guys have these high-level programs that will calculate HUDs almost really accurately, even from the get-go, from past experience with fees, etc., etc. So, and that is nice to have, because going into if you go somewhere to create a HUD, you're going to end up with a lot of rinky-dink stuff. This is the real deal here, and the HUD form change. So these are the reasons you must have a title company. I would highly, highly suggest that you get a good title company on your team. It's imperative. We have to have a good title company, and really you should have more than one. You should have two of them in case one has issues, gets too busy, etc. We are a two of everything type of recommender, so that you should have two carpet providers, two title companies, two everything, so that number one, you keep a friendly little competition going, and number two, you have a backup in case something bad happens, or good, or what have you, to the other. So you don't want to be in a corner because you didn't have two of something. So that's it. Appreciate you watching the video, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.